Brits are flocking to Europe to start a new life in the sun.
This is a dream of mine for the last 30 years, and I'm now living it.
As thousands chase new lives filled with sun, sea and spectacular scenery.
Sadly don't get this view in England.
But this is no holiday.
I've been given 3 weeks to get this all done.
The list of jobs is endless.
Because these expats are here to work.
There's only 24 hours in a day.
Me and my bright ideas.
We're following the latest wave of Brits as they set up everything from hotels and dive schools in Spain
Today's been a real reminder of why we've come here.
to glamp sites and restaurants in France.
Had to download how to lay a table.
But do they have what it takes?
Getting a bottle of champagne at this rate.
Or will their dreams float away?
We have no more money. We've got about 1,000 left, that's it.
And can the latest expats make their new life in the sun pay?
We did pretty good, didn't we?
It's pretty special.
Today, it's the height of the summer season. But bad news hits a water sports business.
There's a bit of a problem with the outboard engine on the boat Saturday. We probably lost about 5,000 in takings.
There's a lull in business at a French campsite.
From this day forward, we've got a sum total of 2 weeks' bookings. So,
And things heat up.
Jeffrey, we can't serve people on the tables that they are the way they are.
So unexpected help is drafted in at a fine dining restaurant.
She was coming for dinner with her daughter. Now she's serving dinner.
There are a number of reasons why people fall in love with the Costa del Sol. There's 159 kilometres of coastline, and it enjoys 320 days of sunshine, and the area attracts over 10 million tourists a year. And it's now also home to one expat cashing in on their euros.
Check this out, man. Inflatable fridge. Look at that. Isn't that cool or what, man? I'm like in festival mode here, innit? Do you know what I mean?
After months of delays, red tape and freak weather, water sports entrepreneur Ludo Weekers hopes the tide is turning.
You've got to wear these funky Chanel hats, love. You're nearly as skinny as me, so you can have this one. It's been up and down, roller coaster. But today, it's paying off, man. And that's what I've been waiting for, so look at the office. Could be worse, couldn't it?
It's now mid-season and the thrill seekers and their euros are rolling in thick and fast.
Bang! 2 more for sofa.
Jet skiing was spot on. We're going to recommend it to family and friends, definitely.
It was well worth the money and I'd definitely do it again.
I want to set it on, be #1 in the Costa del Sol. I want to take on Marbella next. And that's my dream.
Ludo has grand plans. But as his business grows, he's facing new challenges.
Sí, por eso nos vamos a montar ahora, porque tiene buena pinta, en verdad.
August is holiday season for the Spanish and Ludo is struggling with the local lingo.
Right, this is Alex. He's joined the team, Water Sports Fuengirola. He's from the Riviera. He speaks a couple of good languages. English, French, Spanish. Liverpudlian. Hein? Liverpudlian. Hey, 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 hey. Je parle français un peu, donc ça va. Pas de souci. There's no problem for it. He's good at it. Enseño palabras, some words, you know. He looks like Russell Brand, actually, didn't he, if you looked at him?
Alex soon puts himself to good use, welcoming a group of Spanish customers.
To be honest with you, man, he's a godsend because his English is perfect, his French is even more perfect, and his Spanish, he loves languages.
We're going to do a fly fish.
Meanwhile, boat captain Frank has his own special welcome.
Ready to die?
Frank's still being Frank? Yeah.
And Frank likes nothing more than to open the throttle and try and unseat his flying fish passengers.
Fly fish has been designed, isn't it? It's basically you get pulled behind a boat. It's got 2 anchors at the bottom that are weighted. So obviously people sitting on the bottom, it brings a variation of weight, and the front lifts up. It will take off on the right day. It's just fun, isn't it, man? It's different, isn't it? Because they ain't got nothing out around here. They've got the pedalos in the distance if you fancy a lazy day.
We went very, very fast. Full gas. They say You are gonna kill us.
The Spanish lads have survived the flying fish and have their own thoughts on Frank.
Frank es el capitán loco.
Logo Frank. Alex, my translator, said they all like a bit of a challenge. And they thought that was the best thing they've done in ages. So I mean, it was just nice to hear. That's your reward. Just to hear them say they enjoy the afternoon. Happy days for me, really.
It's been a good first day for Alex and a great business decision for Ludo.
I'll tell you what I've enjoyed today. Right? I've had Moroccans here, I've had Spanish here, I've had French, I've had German, I've had Dutch, I've had English. I think, to be honest with you, the highlight of the afternoon for me was the Spanish boys, because if I can hit a Spanish man in his own country, man, I've cracked it, not really, you know.
But Ludo is not home and dry just yet. Just a couple of weeks later, his bad luck returns.
The last couple of days has been a bit of a nightmare, really, because there's a bit of a problem with the outboard engine on the boat Saturday, which obviously caused a bit of a hiccup. We couldn't use any of the inflatables, so I had to take it back into port. Subsequently, I found out there was a sensor packed up on it, which couldn't be replaced till at least Tuesday. So it's been moored up in port, really, for 3 days.
And there's another problem. Ludo had been making extra cash selling tickets for the local parasailing company, but now they've gone out of business.
Parasailing is very important. Some people want to come on holiday. They want to go jet skiing across the Med or, you know, sofa-ing or fly-in or whatever, banana. At the moment, we're in peak season. We're doing absolutely fantastic up until now. We've probably lost about 5,000 in takings.
Now Ludo is hoping he can get his boat fixed so he can get back on the water as soon as possible. Lisa Burgess and her French chef partner Geoffrey Charles are 3 months into their Spanish adventure.
Oh my God, it's spectacular.
Along with Lisa's daughter Georgia, they swapped London for the stunning village of La Cala de Mijas.
I feel like you're on top of the world. The thoughts of actually waking up to the dark, it's pouring rain, you've got to put layers and layers on, then you've got to squeeze in a hot, sticky tube. And my commute is I wake up, saunter down the hill, go along the beach, and I'm at work. I'm a lucky woman.
But they've not had much time for sightseeing and sunbathing. This year, they've set up their own French fine dining restaurant, a business that has brought lots of challenges.
Anybody pick up my wine opener? Did anybody pick up my wine? Hey, I'm looking for it, Georgia. Geoffrey, did you take my wine opener? No. Here it is, it's in my bag.
Today's service will be their biggest test yet.
This has to come back a bit, I think.
So far, the majority of business has been smaller parties, but now they have a table of 10.
Look beautiful when it's all set up. Not that I'm a perfectionist. Yes, I am.
Today is a very busy day, 32 covers booked. We have a big table of 10. Okay, it's kind of tricky. I don't know really if I'm gonna like it, but it's a large number.
Tonight there is a bit of pressure for the kitchen, actually, more than us. We've got so many people booked, and then again, we can't anticipate the people that walk in. So I'm going to be doing a lot of going backwards and saying I'm sorry. I've gotten really good at apologising. In fact, I've got a PhD in it now.
So far, this French restaurant has been plagued by staffing issues.
One table of 2 and one table of 10 at 7:30.
And soon there's a serious case of déjà vu.
It's just been one of those days today because one of my waiters had to go to hospital, so one of my closest friends is over from London, she's French, Marie-Yvonne. She's stepping in as waitress, working her way through the wine list, finding out about the menu. She was coming for dinner with her daughter. Now she's serving dinner.
The staffing's sorted, but now Chef Tony and Lisa are dealing with another problem.
They're definitely on their way, Tony, are they?
Yeah, they're coming.
There's just over an hour until the big table will arrive, and Lisa's still waiting on a delivery of linen.
How long did they say?
15-20 minutes.
Okay. We called the linen people at 12 o'clock, and they said, oh, we're on our way. It's now 6:30, and it's just not good enough because our table of 10 won't have any linen. Our table has to be ready to go at 7:30, so it's cutting it very, very fine. Tony's on the phone with them. I don't know what's best to do. They said that they were coming in 20 minutes ago, if you know what I mean. Well, how long are they saying? For sure.
No, 20 minutes, and it depends the road.
Hello, good evening. Hello.
Tonight's customers are starting to arrive. With the main table still laid bare,
Do you have a reservation? You do. It'll be embarrassing if more people come in and we don't have linens. It's never a quiet moment.
Lisa thinks she might have a solution.
So we have to make the decision whether to drive to go and get the linens or wait for them.
saying you can't know what the service is saying.
Lisa wants to borrow linen from a local hotel, but Joffrey isn't happy.
Okay, why can't Tony drive down to Oceano and get linens from them? Jeffrey, we can't serve people on the tables that they are the way they are. This is not something that I think...
We don't do 50
But there's no guarantee that this van is going to show up. So don't start with the I'm right, you're wrong.
With an inexperienced waitress, Lisa and Joffrey can't afford to lose a chef too.
There's always a drama. It's nothing surprising.
Their most challenging service yet is already proving more stressful than they'd expected.
I don't know what to do, Jeffrey. This is something that's going to be sorted.
And while the linen still hasn't arrived, the 10 customers have. They're early. The southwest of France is famed for its charming market towns.
They're lovely old buildings, aren't they?
Every week, winding streets and squares become lined with enticing stalls, selling the very best in local produce.
Look at that. Is that good or what?
Yeah, they look good ribs.
2 people enjoying the French way of life are Heather and Gary Millard, who moved over from Dorset 2 months ago.
I love a market day. The produce on the market is so fresh. I can go and buy what I need. Eggs, bread, the fruit, it just lasts so much longer than anything you buy in the supermarket. It's just beautiful.
The couple left behind successful businesses in Dorset to try their hand at running a campsite with a unique selling point. No kids allowed.
I really think it's a place for adults, a bit of sanctuary. They haven't got kids kicking balls, shouting. Everybody who's been here so far has said it's really peaceful and really quiet.
But come July, the site is a little too quiet. With the school holidays fast approaching, the business should be booming. But Gary and Heather's site is almost empty.
From this day forward, we've got a sum total of 2 weeks' bookings. So that ain't a lot.
Won't keep us in the rosé, will it?
No, it won't. It won't keep us in the rosé.
Heather is in charge of advertising the site.
We didn't take on the campsite until the 28th of February, by which time all the publications have gone to press. You know, all the tourist offices and all the campsite guides, they're all printed for the season. I think the previous owners probably advertised in a few guides, but of course all the emails and telephone numbers are incorrect, so people would really struggle to find us through that.
And there is another problem. Heather has updated her website, but it appears things may be getting lost in translation.
On the website, because there's a auto-translate into Dutch on the website, and I think the English says something like this is a heavenly spot. The Dutch translation says this is the place to come and die.
In a bid to boost bookings, Heather has come up with a plan.
Wherever I go, I leave my little leaflets, you know, bars, restaurants. I have been known to tuck them under windscreen wipers on motorhomes I find in car parks. So I guess every little helps.
They're also hoping to generate more income by renting out a static caravan, but it needs a lot of work to turn it into a luxury space for couples.
We've made this into a 1-bedroom static instead of a 2-bedroom static. So there's going to be a dressing table there, a nice light there, and the bed's going to go there, so it's plenty of room for a good-sized bedroom. And it'll be a nice bed in here as well. Got to have a comfortable bed when you're on holiday.
The caravan could bring in €600 to €700 per week and be rented out well into the autumn.
It'll be a really nice place. A pied-à-terre, I think they call it in France. A lovely pied-à-terre.
But there's a lot of work to do. Gary needs to decorate, sort out the electrics and fit a new bathroom.
I'm an electrician, not a plumber. Plumbers earn more money than electricians, and they're more miserable.
And Heather has given Gary a strict deadline to make it presentable.
We've got family coming down the weekend, so consequently I think it would be nice just to have it ready.
However, Heather's motives aren't strictly honest. What he doesn't know is the campsite will be full this weekend, as 40 friends and family are turning up for a surprise 60th birthday party.
It is his birthday coming up, and whilst he doesn't know what's happening, he knows his boys are coming out. And I said, well, you know, they're here for a week. It'd be nice if they had their own accommodation and we all have our own space still. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Don't come to me if you want painting jobs done.
But will Heather be able to keep him busy enough to keep it a secret? Just across the channel, another couple are preparing for their great escape. Nat and Joe have spent the last 20 years toiling away as teachers at a Kent school.
Nearly done noodles.
But now they're desperate for a change.
Nobody wants an old, frumpy, tired, worn-out teacher, you know, and that is what we're fast becoming. And we're just about still young enough to enjoy a different career, just about. And we've said if we put as many hours and as much hard work into our own business, we would be multi-millionaires.
Yeah. Nat and Joe now desperately need to sell their UK home so they can make the permanent move to a B&B they've bought in Spain.
The house is becoming the rope around our necks.
It is,
a little
because
bit.
we can't, either of us can't hand our notice in until the house is sold. But it's been on over 6 months, hasn't it? We're just looking forward to putting the red pen to one side and having a completely different life.
And a different life is exactly what they're going to have. In the south of Spain lies the sparse, arid countryside of Almeria. The region is littered with stylish villas offering stunning sea vistas and idyllic farmhouses nestling in the foothills of the mountains. And so Nat and Joe have pinned their hopes for a new life on a pig farm.
We decided to buy an old pig farm in the middle of the desert because it was a lot cheaper.
I didn't want to live in a villa that is next door to somebody else's villa that looks exactly the same as our villa, that looks exactly the same as the third person down the road.
Like the Truman Show.
Yeah, and we wanted it to have a little bit of Spanish character.
And character is exactly what they've got. The pigs are now gone, but they do have a 5-bedroom farmhouse, which they recently bought for just €81,000. And now they've come over to Spain to take stock of the task ahead.
So this rather interesting bit of string is where they used to hang the hams from. You could see them all the way along.
Our neighbour said that when she used to look in through the windows, you could see in all of these rooms upstairs the lumps of meat hanging.
The couple plan to turn this into a B&B, and though most of the rooms are habitable, they desperately need an electrician.
We've still got a bit to go with the wiring, as you can see. I don't think health and safety-wise it probably covers an awful lot.
We might do something with that bit of wiring up there as well, just to make it a bit safe.
If you put your finger on it, you probably get 240 volts going through you at the moment.
But it's the outdoors that everyone comes to Spain to enjoy. And their grandest plans are for the pigs' old stomping ground.
This is a lovely sun trap first thing in the morning. The shadow actually doesn't come in here until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, does it? So for breakfast, this would be a perfect spot.
People can come, you know, from the outside
the piggery,
sit down, have a drink, and if they want to go and have a swim in the pool, up to the pool from there.
It's now the Easter holidays. Until their UK home sells, Nat and Joe are splitting their time between teaching and getting their new B&B up and running. Over the past few weeks, the builders have been working to sort the wiring and decorate the B&B so Nat can do the finishing touches.
So this is kind of almost finished. It's fine, a couple of pillows.
It's full on, but they say a change is as good as a rest.
Yeah.
They're now counting down to their first guests.
I prefer mine.
Yeah, but then that drops down.
I don't care, I like it like that.
Oh.
A team of hockey players they know from the UK.
They're going to test us out, and they'll be absolutely honest.
They'll be very honest, yeah, about, you know...
What works, what doesn't work.
Yeah, what the beds are like and what the beer's like.
And the pressure of being ready in time is starting to mount.
All toothbrushes as well. They clash.
I know, they're red, but, you know, people probably not going to
How
worry
about
about
if we just say, if you need a toothbrush, we can provide you with one. I just think they look naff.
But complimentary toiletries are the least of their troubles.
We need that light switch changing.
Yeah, the light switch.
And I need him to test those as well, because otherwise they're not going to have any electricity. Not that we have much electricity.
But despite their property's little foibles, Nat and Joe think their new home has a unique charm.
We want people to at least say, yeah, it's quiet here, and we did feel that it was sort of tranquil and relaxed.
Yeah, it's so peaceful out there. There's just no noise.
There's nothing. I mean, seriously, the noise of the birds is about as loud as a wake-up call you're going to get, really.
But the big question is, will a team of hockey girls looking for a break in the sun find all this tranquility a bit too quiet? It's August in Fuengirola on the Costa del Sol. After a costly 3.5 days out of action, today Ludo is hoping his speedboat will be fixed. The beach is full of potential customers.
Wow.
Ludo is here, but his boat is still stuck in the marina.
There's bloody disaster, mate. The inflatables are a big earner. You see a fly fish, a banana, a sofa and that, it's different. It's what you do on holiday, isn't it? It's a loss of money, man, because like coming to the end of the season, you want to get a few quid in the bank.
But thankfully, Captain Frank and boat hand Emilio think they've fixed it. So they've come to the marina for a test drive.
We have a problem with the engine. A little sensor failed, and we replaced the sensor, and I hopefully working.
At the moment, it sounds perfect.
Frank's picked up the boat, so I'm hoping everything's tickety-boo, really.
The broken down boat is just one of a series of setbacks Ludo has suffered over the summer. It's something he is determined not to repeat next season. So now he's called in a friend from the UK to help take his fledgling business to the next level.
Ian's come over here just to help me out to the rest of the season, to get a strategy in place and that for next season.
So my expertise is troubleshooting, basically, so to come over here, find the problems and troubleshoot.
Basically, Ian's just getting everything into place, so like we can't have the problems that I've had this year. Oh, you haven't got this paper, or you haven't got that paper. Buff, there you go, everything's in order, everything's in catalogue. You know, this is what we want, this is what we're going to do. Bingo, give us a green light. You know, this year's been a learning curve.
You want to go on the fly fish?
Yeah.
Ian will work with Ludo today to understand all aspects of the business.
3 fly fish.
Yeah, thank you.
But there's one thing he didn't bank on.
Have you tried it before?
No.
I think you should try it, man. Come on, man. It will be fun.
Lude.
Get on a fly fish, innit?
You go with us, yes! Hey! I'm going on it. I'm going on the flying fish. Not too happy about it, but all part of customer relations, I suppose.
This will really put the boat's engine fixed to the test. So Ian has to hold on tight.
The boat's running okay.
Yeah, it's okay, perfect.
Yeah, it's running sweet.
Yeah, it's working without problem. The engine, perfect. It's working again.
The boat is back at full throttle, great news for Ludo, not so good for Ian. Ian's learning fast on the shop floor.
Tiring, that is. Whoa. Tiring. You've got to hold on for all your life, like, and them guys are... One guy's a prize fighter, like.
And prize fighter Ali is the last man standing.
One more time! I'm alone! Arriba, arriba!
And he's not giving up.
He's a wild guy, really wild. That's how it is to be a Thai boxer. Legs! Look at his legs! Oh,
Against all odds, Ali has defeated the flying fish.
He's crazy, man. He made it.
Nice job!
Happy guests. Happy clients. That's what it's all about, man, isn't it?
Though Ian hasn't had chance to go through the books today, he's impressed by the setup here.
It's good, yeah, it's promising. Looks promising for next year, hopefully, so.
And with Ian's help, Ludo firmly believes he can take the venture even further.
At the end of the day, the season's finished in 4 weeks. Focus on next season now. I know exactly what I need here. I need a unit here, etc. Complete different activities, but you need the right team as well, innit? I mean, it's only 24 hours in a day, innit? So, I mean, get the right people, really. We had that many steps backward. This is a positive step forward, really.
And tomorrow, Ian will help Ludo take a big step forward when they visit a parasailing company to try to secure a lucrative contract for next year. Over in the village of La Cala de Mijas,
Can you go and get a house red, please, Lewis?
things are hotting up for Lisa and Joffrey.
The fish.
A table of 10 has just arrived,
Would you like that done a certain way?
but the linen delivery is now over 5 hours late.
We've got people coming in now every quarter of an hour. And there's going to be more now because we've already had walk-ins, people with no reservations, so I know that there's another 30 coming in the next hour.
Thankfully, the linen lorry finally arrives.
I'm not going over there to speak to him because I'll lose my temper. Porque es muy tarde esta noche. ¿Por qué?
Porque yo tengo que el camión, por esta vez, disculpe, pero es que...
Teléfono mañana, es ocupado ahora.
Voy, creo.
Sí.
Mañana vengo por aquí.
Gracias. He's trying to give me a long spiel about traffic. And look, you have to be understanding of that and blah, 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 blah. You're better off taking it up with the people who actually run the company. It's not the poor delivery guy's fault.
The team hurriedly lay the tables and the restaurant is now ready for service.
Service.
With a waiter off sick, Lisa's holidaymaker friend, Marivon, has offered to step in.
Marivon, can you open that in front of table 10, please? Marivon is a close friend of mine. He's a property developer, so she's hardly going to be a waitress for the summer.
Which one?
That's pink. Sorry. And that's medium.
Okay.
Yes, you could take it.
Fortunately, Marivon seems quite at home in this French slice of Spain.
Charming to come to a French restaurant and be served by a beautiful French woman, isn't it? But only she could stay. But I'm going to just have to find somebody, you know, as good as her in Spain. They've got to exist.
And with so many diners in, they're also starting to struggle in the kitchen.
We have got a new chef that's helping us, which is a big deal because now it's not just the 2 chefs.
We should be 4 chefs, you know, to keep that quality really.
And now the issues are starting to have an impact.
Okay, I have to deal with her. Yeah, Georgia, she just wants those little tiny pieces cooked more. We've had a situation with a customer who's eaten most of her dish, but now says it's undercooked. Customer's always right. It's just a fact. Whatever I think privately, I keep to myself.
But with their biggest group booking to date,
And do you guys need anything else? Any more drinks or?
the food has gone down well.
You've been happy with everything so far?
Take our bill.
Okay, no problem.
Super. Enjoyed it. French cooking on the Costa. Can't be bad at all, huh? We love it.
They were nice and obliging, happy, smiling, and did their best to accommodate us.
It's much better than having the Andalusian garlic and fish, isn't it?
But elsewhere, there are a few grumbles.
We waited a long time for our starter, didn't we? And our main course. I think it would have been nice if we'd been offered some bread.
If somebody's not happy with something, it really plays on my mind. I'm always almost sort of near tears because this means so much to me and I put my whole soul and heart into it.
I think they just need to be a little bit more efficient, quicker and more than we,
Well, any new restaurant's going to have its teething problems.
When somebody has had any sort of a bad experience, I feel that bad experience.
Really enjoyed it. Very good. Yeah.
And we'll come back.
And we'll be back.
I don't mean that on a corny level. This is our dream.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You know, Jeffrey and I, this is everything to us. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
And now Lisa and Joffrey are counting down to another very important service. In a few weeks, the restaurant celebrates Bastille Day.
Cheers, another Santé. Santé, darling.
And the couple desperately need and want a faultless evening.
Good service.
Deep in the Almerian countryside, school teachers Nat and Joe are counting down to their first guests at their pig farm turned B&B.
Just getting the light fittings done and the water in here and the toothbrushes, toothpaste, just the little finishing touches.
Tomorrow, some old hockey team friends are coming to give their new colour-themed bedrooms a trial run.
I've changed the coat hangers because up here there was a selection of black and white coat hangers. And I just think it looks rubbish. So they're all black now.
They've only had the holidays to get 4 rooms ready, so I've come up with a plan to make things a little easier.
Because we didn't want to be washing 6 pillowcases, 6 sheets, 6 duvet covers or 6 top sheets, 6 towels. I'd said to them originally, can you bring a pillowcase and a single sheet and a light bulb? Because we can't get bayonet light bulbs over here. I've got no hope whatsoever that they'll all turn up tomorrow with a pillowcase, a sheet and a bulb. None whatsoever.
The rooms are taking shape, and Nat and Joe have also had the electric serviced. Whilst outside, a delivery of decorative gravel has transformed the former pig run into a usable space.
If we put the gazebo up somewhere, it's a pop-up gazebo, it won't take long, just in that corner there.
No.
Just in case it gets really hot.
No, if it gets really hot, they can sit under the shade.
It'll be too hot.
No, it won't. Well, you won't see people sitting in the shade, I'll guarantee you now.
What about me?
Oh, you can sit in the piggery if you want.
Unbelievable.
It's the next morning, and in a few hours, Joe's former hockey team mates are arriving to give the couple their first taste of running a B&B.
We're going to be perfect hosts.
Well, we're going to be hosts anyway. Well, it's not.
And overnight, Nat has won the Great Gazebo Debate.
This is crazy. Get a wedding or a bar mitzvah in there.
Stop it. We've got to have some protection out here. It's too hot.
I think they'll be a little disappointed when they've come for 5 days in the sun to find out they'll be sitting in the shade the whole time. You know, we've got this whole patch here. So between the 6 of them, they can just rotate in the sun. I'm sure they'll be fine with that.
It's a leap into the unknown for Nat, Joe and their 200-year-old farmhouse.
A little bit nervous, actually. A little bit nervous because I don't know if the electricity's going to hold out. a little bit nervous because I don't know if the boiler's going to leak when we turn it on like we did yesterday.
Nat and Joe's nearest town is a good drive away. They love the peace and hope their guests will too.
Hola! Hola! All right. How are you? Hello, Nat. Hola. Gosh, it's lovely. Oh, you've done so well. Wow. Oh, look!
Don't tell the others because they haven't got a bottle in their room. Bathroom.
Peace and quiet seems to be the last thing on their minds.
Cheers. Salud. Salud.
And they're already planning to get out and about.
We'd like to go to the beach, I think. Rumour has it there's a water park.
Yeah.
And yeah, just to enjoy Joe and Nat's hospitality.
Nat and Joe are also aiming to feed their guests, so today they're test driving their menu.
Well, I think it went all right. I think they were impressed.
Yeah.
I think they liked it.
Yeah.
But I think they'll give us honest feedback anyway. So, yeah, no holds barred at the end of the week. We might even give them a little sheet of paper to write down what they think was good and what they think wasn't.
Nat and Joe have to host their guests for 5 days. At the end of their week, they'll find out if they're onto a winner with their remote B&B. In the village of Agnac in the southwest of France, Gary and Heather have just welcomed a couple of holidaymakers who are here for 5 days.
It's warm.
It is. You can go for a swim.
Yeah.
That pool is...
After walking.
Good.
But they need more punters, so they're working hard to put their campsite on the map.
Our signs have arrived.
Today, Gary's sons, who are here for his 60th birthday, have been roped in to help.
Level in French, Stefan, is...
I don't speak French.
Leval. No.
I came out here and my original plan was to go on holiday. Our dad was just like, you can do this little job, and also this little job, and this one, and it just seems to have gone on and on from there.
People didn't actually know where we were, and a lot of people had a lot of difficulty finding us, so this is going to be great, and really nice signs. We're quite chuffed with them.
You happy with this?
Yeah, nice, Russ.
And the next job Gary has planned for his boys is helping him finish the static caravan.
It just needs a little hoover. Do you know how to use a vacuum?
Do I know how to use a vacuum?
Yeah.
Probably better than you do.
Yeah.
Gary has made great progress over the last couple of days. The plumbing and electrics are finished, so he is now moving on to the furniture.
So this is the drawer set, soft-close drawers.
The drawers form part of a fitted wardrobe the boys brought over from England.
But the wardrobe's going here. I'm pretty sure it's 1,400 wardrobe. I think it'll probably go that side. Right.
But there's a problem.
Oh, he's done it 2 metres. I said 1984.
The wardrobe is too tall.
I haven't got 2 metres in there. Everyone's got to be cut down. We haven't got time. Time's running out. It's 4:30 now, and it's back end of the day. We're not going to do it tonight.
For today, at least, the caravan refit is on hold.
Jobs like that are like starting in the morning and getting on with them. So, as I say, at the end of the day, you start making mistakes. That'll probably have to wait till next week now.
A few days later, and Gary and Heather's guests are moving on.
We got the Dutch leaving today, Rob and Esther. They wanted to stay a little bit longer, but unfortunately we've had to close the campsite for the weekend because we got a...
It's somebody's birthday.
It's somebody's birthday.
Heather and Gary are very good hosts.
Yes, compared to other campsites, this campsite is very peaceful, only grown-ups.
I was amazing about the shower block. I didn't expect it.
Your croissants. And a baguette, if you take one of those.
Well, we last staying here. It's a very nice place.
Yeah,
thank you. Come back.
And I think it's free in Holland.
Yeah.
I'm getting used to that.
Esther, bless her, made us this lovely card. Rob has very kindly already left us a 5-star review, so reviews are very, very important to us.
Reviews are king, really. But we have to say that something like this is probably better than a review.
Oh, well,
So,
the review will come and go.
The review will come and go, but that
will stay
with us.
It's now Saturday, the sun is shining. With Gary diverted out of the campsite on some errands, Heather is putting the finishing touches to his surprise birthday bash.
So, today's the day. TBS, the big secret, it's arrived. 2 of his friends, Tina and Emily, have just arrived. Haven't been here before, so he's taken them out. Meanwhile, the rest of us here, if I can drag everybody away from the swimming pool, are going to make ready for the party. I hope this might be a band.
At the end of the field.
I was just told to put it up, and that's what I'm doing. I have no idea what it's for.
I am going mad. I am tearing around like a headless chicken. I've lost my phone. They've all been looking for it. Somebody rang it. It's in my back pocket. And I don't know. I'm getting nothing done.
Oh, this is lovely, isn't it?
While Heather's stressing,
Merci, monsieur.
Gary's relaxing with his chaperones.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers, girls.
All I said to Tina and Emily was, it's your job to make sure Gary's out of the house from 5 o'clock until 7:30.
I very rarely get butterflies in my tummy, but I've got a few little butterflies because I'm not sure I know what to expect here.
This is it. Is he here?
And here we are. Oh.
They're coming. They're coming.
Oh dear, all the people I know and love.
Happy birthday to you.
60 has been my new life in France. I enjoy getting out there and doing something different. I advise everybody to do the same. And if you want Avalon, this is the place to come. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Next time, it's Bastille Day at Lisa and Joffrey's.
He's told me that we can only have 30 to 35, and I already have 40 people booked.
But will a mix-up ruin the day?
I asked you for fresh pigeon. You say yes. It's frozen.
Pool problems at Gary and Heather's.
That's how much it's gone down overnight.
That's a lot.
Will their cash drain away?
We're on a meter here, so it just needs sorting out.
And a rude awakening.
It wouldn't be somewhere that I would come to holiday.
For Nat and Joe.
Personally, I don't think there's enough here for kids to do.